What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Sabotage here, and don't let rejection control you. You see this thing right here? This is rejection playing with you right now, playing with your mind, literally treating you like a puppet. You're its bitch. Listen to me, I've been there. It's a girl, it's a job, it's that university program that you really wanted to get into. Me personally, I've dealt with my fair share of rejection. And I made the mistake of letting it really eat away at my soul, really eat away at me right here and make me bitter and cold and upset with the whole world. I was a person that lost sleep replaying like my rejections over and over again, tossing and turning, just thinking about all the rejections like this is ESPN, Shacking a fool looking at yesterday's lowlights. That was basically me. And over the past couple of years, I say that there's two key rejections that were really character building moments for me. And the first one was basketball. Basketball is something I talk about a lot on this channel, and that's because I really grew up with it and it was one of my best friends. Especially in high school, I was really passionate about basketball. I had this dream of going on the team, scoring 30 points per game. All the people in the crowd just yelling my name, literally girls, just like being like, damn, like, yo, he's sick at ball, like, damn. I just had this vision of myself being on this team, right? So every year I put in the work. Freshman year, whatever, I got cut, that's grade 9. Sophomore year, I put in so much work going into that summer and I still got cut. But I was like, whatever, I'll put all this effort into grade 11, into my junior year. So I put in that work, I'm grinding, and I go to the tryouts, whatever. I make the first couple of cuts, but at the end of the day, I still get cut off the team. And this is something I felt that I earned. This is something I felt that I deserved. And because I felt that I deserved it and I earned it so much, it led to me becoming really angry. Angry not with just myself, but with the coaches, with the other players. Like, I was low-key jealous of them because they made the team and I didn't. And this made me really want to just like prove everybody wrong. And I had this vision of myself going to tryouts the very next year, my senior year, dunking on everybody, humiliating people, and then just flipping everybody off and saying, fuck you, I didn't want to be on this team. And that is probably one of the most toxic things I could have even thought of. This really bled into my training. See, when I trained, I was training for the wrong reasons. I love basketball like as a sport. It's a recreational activity. It's not this whole Coach Carter movie. It's not this really like big plot, or it's not really that deep, essentially is what I'm trying to say. So I was training really hard, but for the wrong reasons. So this wholesome, pure relationship I had with basketball, it was really poisoned by this toxic visualization that I had. And the second thing was I sent a DM. The old me would have been way too scared to tell you the story, like way too embarrassed, but you know me, like I don't give a shit anymore. So there's this girl on Instagram, right? And I don't have Instagram right now, but there's this girl on Instagram like a year ago, and I was scrolling through and I'm like, yo, she's like, she's pretty nice. So I'm like, I want to shoot my shot, like let me holler at her. But at the same time I was like, yeah, let me not holler at her, yeah, because I was scared of getting rejected. But one humble day came, and that day I was feeling really energetic, really confident. I was really feeling my mojo. So I shot my shot, shout out to Stephen Curry, and some people they get hit with the I have a boyfriend. Some people get hit with the not interested. Some people get hit with the red. Me, I got hit with the delivered. She didn't take the time to open my message. And this one really hurt because I spent a lot of time, gathering enough confidence to do it, and all that confidence that I had built up to that point sort of just collapsed on itself. And this sort of changed the way I saw myself when I looked in the mirror. When I looked in the mirror at myself, I was like, damn, like I felt little, I felt like a piece of shit. I would sit in front of the mirror for hours upon hours and analyze all of my insecurities, all of my flaws, and basically just tell myself that I was a loser and that I was really ugly. I had absolutely zero love for myself. But, as the weeks went by, as these like weeks of me just feeling really shit passed on, I realized that I was putting this person on a pedestal. I was treating them like they were just better than me in every single way. And the thing is, we're all humans, we're all equal, we're all playing on the same battlefield. So that didn't make any sense. And also, this happened. ED, like shout out to English school, shout out to grammar, but that's past tense. This is in the history books. I can't grab a book, grab an eraser and try to like erase that shit. That's just in permanent ink. So why am I wasting so much time? Why am I wasting so much energy on this thing that happened in the past that I can't even do anything about? Meanwhile, this person that rejected me is probably not even thinking about it at this point. As I started thinking about that, I began to forgive myself. And when I looked in the mirror, I was like, I really do love myself. So now every single day when I look in the mirror, I tell myself, I love you. That's the thing. I think that self-love is really underrated, that a lot of people don't practice it. And those people that don't practice a lot of self-love, people that don't actually love themselves, they end up becoming like insecure and depressed. So I think it's really important that you just tell yourself, maybe once a day, once a week, hey, I love you. And nowadays, no matter what, I do not give a shit about being rejected. I do not care if it's a girl, if it's a person, like just like a regular friend, or if it's like an opportunity. I do not give a shit if it just says, nah, fuck you, I'm trying to mess with you. Because I realize that rejection is not this worst enemy. It's not my greatest fear. It's actually my best friend. If you think about life as a sort of path that's like, like has a bunch of forks in the road and shit, rejection is just saying that, hey, Maybe you should take this path. Like, this is the path that you should take to become the greatest version of yourself. It's not really that deep. Through trial and error, you're able to see what people mess with you and what people don't. So when you go up to somebody, you know, trying to be their friend, and you're like, hey, like, what's up? Like, yo, what's your name? And the person's like, nah, I ain't trying to talk to you right now. Fuck you. That's basically just rejection saying, hey, this person doesn't fuck with you, but maybe that person over there, maybe they fuck with you. And even if they don't, there will always be people that actually genuinely care about you and like you for you. You don't need to change who you actually are, the core person that you are, to have, you know, better friends, to have friends that care about you. Why chase like having these like materialistic friends that like want you to change and want you to change the core person that you are? Wouldn't you just want to have friends that just like you for who you are? It's really that simple. So don't let rejection really bog you down and sit with you mentally. Just be happy you tried. As long as you put your best foot forward and were being your genuine self. Some people will go out there and try to laugh at you and make fun of you for, you know, trying your best and being rejected. But at the end of the day, those people are either one of two things. Either, you know, they tried and they also got rejected, or they're just too scared of being rejected. And either way, they try to make fun of you to just validate themselves and feel better about themselves because they fucked up and they're just a pussy. And the final thing I want to drill into your guys' brains is that everything happens for a reason. I've said this before and I will say it again and again, because ideas like these, you know, they'll go over your head all the time, but the more you hear it over a long period of time, the more likely you are to actually let this like seep into your brain and understand it. So yeah, everything happens for a reason. I'm glad I was rejected by 100 jobs, because the job I'm working at right now, I actually do like. It's not the most like Silicon Valley, it's not the most glamorous job. I'm not making $100,000 a year, but I do really enjoy what I do. And it's like a new insight. It was like a detour on this like success path that I was on. And I'm glad that I took the detour because I'm getting new insights. I'm learning things that I never would have before. And even if it was a bad experience, at least I would know, hey, I don't like this thing, so in the future, I'm not gonna try this again. I'm also glad I was left undelivered. I'm glad that I was rejected because it got me to seriously think about how I think about myself, you know, how much I love myself, and the narratives I tell myself in my own mind. Because the narratives you tell yourself, you know, what you tell yourself every single day is very, very powerful. So if I tell myself, you know, every day, I'm a loser, I'm a piece of shit, you will become a loser and a piece of shit. But at the same time, if you tell yourself, you know, I'm progressing every single day, I'm gonna be successful, those things will come into fruition. Your mind is very, very powerful. It can either be your greatest ally or your greatest foe. Shout out to Willem Dafoe, by the way. So don't let rejection keep you from moving on. Take that out, sit down with it, have a little therapy session with it, really, really talk to it, really learn from it, and then take that out, put it into an investing account, and turn that shit into a W, my boy! And that's really all I want to say in this video. So if you made it this far, use a motherfucking goat. And if you hear a vacuum in the background, understand that not every video can be perfect, not every outcome can be perfect, and it's perfectly okay. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace!
Bag as hard as it get. I do not store powder. I might take a sip. I might hit the blunt, but I'm liable to